This video is sponsored by Audible. Now, most people have a pretty good idea of whether they're an introvert or an extrovert. So here's an easy question for you. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Whatever you replied, I'm sure you're right, but there's a little bit more to it. Within introversion and extraversion, you have a lot more detailed personality traits. And understanding more about these can help improve your well-being, particularly if you're introverted. In the West, we live in a world designed for extroverted behaviour. To get ahead in the typical workplace, for example, you have to survive an open-plan office, attend conferences and their networking mixes, and do presentations to rooms full of people. In her book Quiet, Susan Cain calls this the extrovert ideal, the belief that the ideal self is gregarious, highly social, and comfortable in the spotlight. Even studies have found that extroverted people land more frequently in leadership positions and enjoy higher levels of happiness. A lot of these findings are based on broad definitions, where extroverts are sociable, outgoing, and assertive, and introverts have a more reserved demeanour. But there are many nuances of your personality. A 2017 study looked at which detailed personality traits indicate high levels of well-being. They found that higher enthusiasm predicted positive relationships, self-acceptance, and life satisfaction. Those with more intellectual curiosity experienced more personal growth, which is probably good news for everyone watching this video. And more industrious people were more likely to be satisfied with their purpose in life and experience positive mood. Even if these personality traits aren't well developed right now, they can evolve over the course of your life. You can aim to be more enthusiastic or industrious over time, but it is a slow change. Another line of research looks at how you feel in your environment right now. This feeling of how well you fit into your surroundings, whether that be your school, workplace, or social settings, is known as person-environment fit. A lot of people in the West who are more introverted feel like they don't fit in. So then they fake being extroverted, and this leads to lower self-esteem. This was the basis for a 2018 study where researchers looked at the relationship between a person-environment fit, introverts, and well-being. Participants were asked how introverted or extroverted they were, and then how introverted or extroverted they wanted to be. The majority of participants wanted to be more extroverted, particularly those who were introverted. This was largely because they live in a society that values extraversion. More than 80% of these participants said they felt like it was necessary to show extroverted characteristics in just going about their daily life. Now, researchers call this desire to be more extroverted than you are your extraversion deficit belief. And it highlights the importance of self-acceptance in your beliefs. For example, this study found introverts who were self-accepting and comfortable with their introversion experienced higher levels of well-being, closer to those experienced by extroverts. And well-being didn't come from people having a particular personality trait, it came from how their beliefs about themselves interacted with those traits. So becoming more accepting of your introversion and your place on this introversion-extraversion continuum is essential for introverts to increase their well-being. Luckily, your beliefs can be changed. For starters, remember that schools and workplaces in the West are often geared towards extroverts. Feeling uneasy in these situations doesn't mean that you don't fit in, it means that they weren't designed for you. Focus on your strengths and situations where you can use them. Know that not all introverts are the same. Some are shy, some are anxious, some are reflective, and others just prefer quiet time. A good task is to add a qualifier to how you are introverted, so you can understand more about how you will respond to a specific environment. And don't force yourself to be someone you're not. More than 1/3 of people fall on the more introverted side of the spectrum. You can try to mold your specific personality traits to be more enthusiastic or intellectually curious or industrious over time, and this may lead to increased well-being. But the biggest thing that leads to happiness is accepting that being an introvert is okay. It's normal. And practicing self-acceptance leads to the greatest boost in well-being. Now, if you are part of the 1/3 of people who prefer alone time, try using that to listen to Quiet by Susan Cain on Audible. They're the sponsor of this video and perfect if you want to boost your intellectual curiosity. They have an unmatched selection of audiobooks, news, original audio shows, and more. Quiet explores the power of introverts in a world that can't stop talking. I really liked it, and I think you guys will too. You can start listening with a 30-day Audible trial where your first audiobook plus 2 Audible originals are free. Visit audible.com/BrainCraft or text BrainCraft to 500-500. As always, thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon, including my top-tier patrons, Jason Schonenberg and Jack Tabor. I appreciate all of your support. Link in the doobly-doo if you want to pitch in.